How did you get, David, quickly, the Kung Fu? How did you get that role?
Well, actually, I'd done a play on Broadway called The Royal Hunt of the Sun, where I played the Emperor of the Incas. And Jerry Thorpe, who was the producer-director of Kung Fu, saw me in that play, and when that script crossed his desk, I guess he just started looking for me.
And was that originally a one-shot?
Well, it always had a series contract attached to it. I didn't pay much attention to that because I figured, well, you know, the subject was so strange, I didn't think it would be a series. Otherwise, I probably would have turned it down. I didn't want to do a series.
And you were certainly not a believer in that, right?
In Kung Fu?
Yeah.
I'd never heard of it.
Or you were an actor hired to do a job.
That was how it started, yeah.
What attracted you to it as a philosophy of life?
Well, it took a while. I was forced to associate with a whole lot of Kung Fu masters while I was doing the series, and it just kind of slipped its way in, as it has a tendency to do.
And then what happened? Is it become a life learning process?
Yeah, well, you know, when I left the series, I figured I would never do any of this stuff again. And then I was sitting on the beach in Malibu one day on a Saturday morning, and I suddenly got a desire to go take a Kung Fu class. And I knew that Cam Ewan, who was the master I'd put myself together with on the series, I knew he had a Saturday morning class, so I got in my Ferrari and went down to Torrance and took the class. And that was, what was it, 16 years ago?
Wow. Well, all right, to the casual observer, it looks like people who can do adroit things with their feet and hands and be mobile, and certainly you wouldn't want to attack a Kung Fu master in an alley at night. You said to me, though, that it's a lot, much more than that.
Well, yeah, it is. I suppose you wouldn't want to attack a Kung Fu master in an alley at night, but I doubt if you'd find him there anyway. He would probably have known you were coming 5 minutes before you got there. But no, it's really a way of life. It's a system that tries to kind of improve the quality of a person's life. And well, if you want to defend yourself or, you know, kick ass, you could probably learn how to do that in about a year. But within 20 years, I've been studying it for 20 years, I still feel I pretty much know nothing about it. I think it would take a whole lifetime to find out, for me to be even able to give you an answer as to what it's really all about.
Is meditation a key ingredient in it, for want of a better word?
Well, it's supposed to be. It's an important aspect of it. I think with a lot of martial artists that, you know, they do what we see in the movies, you know, kick and punch and defend themselves and take revenge. But if you want the whole benefit, yeah, you've got to do some meditation. There's no doubt about it.
Why did the series, in reflection, do so well?
Well,
it was strange.
Well, it was strange, but, you know, it was very timely. When just the moment the series came out was the same moment that Richard Nixon was shaking hands with Mao Zedong, inviting him into the United Nations. I think everybody wanted to see East meet West at that time.
Yeah.
And I also think that there was an effort to try to make something real out of the spiritual ideas that the hippie movement had failed with. We were kind of right on the end of that, you know.